This is Monster Closet.
This.
That's Monster.
Him too.
That's Monster Closet.
No, he's a part of this too. Don't listen to him.
Yeah.
So I'm Monster Closet.
We are
We are.
You've got to be Monster Closet with us. Okay, so we're Monster Closet. We're back.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, we're back.
We're back because you didn't want us back, so we came back.
Exactly.
You know, you're like, oh, that Monster Closet, they're gone. Yes, we're gonna be friends with each other now because of that.
Yeah. Your hatred brought us together. Deal with it.
Deal with it.
It's like the dark side.
Yes. Well,
Your hatred makes me more powerful.
We had to come up
stronger than you can possibly imagine. Do it.
we had we really felt that there was a lot of necessary topics to cover, which is why we came back together as a group. So we're definitely not going to recycle anything we did in the first season.
Not
whatsoever.
at all. We don't ever do anything like that.
Yeah, so
It won't be like a Star Wars plot summary part 3 or anything like that.
No, or possibly maybe a little more topical, but some horror movie deconstruction.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone loves those, right?
Yeah,
We haven't done horror in a while.
No.
Last time we did horror was Rob Zombie, I think, and that was just how I felt about that.
Yeah, that was more of a straight up zombie thing, but he does obviously go into that. Yeah! So, what are we discussing today, boys?
It was Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger.
The Freddy Krueger anthology as a whole.
Saga, anthology, epic.
Yeah, the whole...
Epoch.
The entire legend that is that of the man of your nightmares.
Right. The hand nails guy. What do you think of the series in general? Like a quick deconstruction.
I mean, that is by far my favorite horror movie. It starts off at the beginning. It's a very serious horror movie. This is a legit horror monster. As it goes on, they kind of understand how far they can actually take this and decide to go in a more comical direction. Be a little bit more creative. Actually play upon what would happen in your dreams.
Right. Do you know where he came up with the idea? It was like something he had a dream of himself.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
he definitely that's where he got the idea of it. Was he had recurring dreams about a figure chasing him or something like that, and he couldn't ever escape. So he was like,
wow, that's brilliant.
That was definitely a great spark to get it going. I've never been the hugest fan of the first two. I like the first one, not so much the second as much. As it gets a little further on, they have a little bit more fun with it, doing stuff like being able to use your dreams to fight back. Because it makes sense. That's what you would do.
Yeah.
These aren't the Craven movies, but still.
Right.
Progression here. First one was a good movie, a solid start. A little dry. It's typical. They don't show the monster that much throughout the movie. The second one, obviously, Freddy got more top billing there, but still a little dry per se. He definitely was. But the third one was what I'd like to touch on.
I was fascinated with it as a kid because these guys could fight back. Now, one was a wizard, one was a screamer, one was. I really liked it.
The tough chick with the knives.
Yeah, the one with the knives.
Yeah.
Right?
Listen, I love that movie, as a matter of fact, and it is what got me into the series, hardcore. What's that?
No, just while thinking about the movie, I was thinking about, Kincaid, who was, the stereotypical...
Oh, totally.
Horror movie.
Oh, yeah!
Come on, Freddy! I'm gonna beat your ass!
Everybody fuck you now!
You gotta try to drug on me, get his ass kicked!
He was strong, and then he was stronger. And I'm talking about the wizard kid who was by the power of Grayskull, which he didn't say, but
he was a D&D
you get
kid.
my point. He was a D&D guy, and all of a sudden he's frying Freddy with his lightning bolts, and Freddy just comes up to him and was "Fuck you."
Sorry, kid. I don't believe in fairy tales.
That's another thing. Freddy loves the tongue gags.
Yeah. Out of the phone, whatever it is. This is
He's a regular Gene Simmons.
Yeah, really.
Well, watch out, Freddy's gonna sue you. Watch out.
Yeah. So to me, that was probably the best of the series. 4 was actually pretty quality too, to be honest with you. 5, there were so many cool things about 5, but it was part of the de-evolution of the character. Too jokey.
Well, that's the thing. I love the jokey Freddy. It's a lot of personality. It started failing on the story end because there was just far too much shit going that didn't make sense.
Right. I agree.
But the kills were creative.
Yes.
And Freddy, Super Freddy.
Super Freddy's great.
Yeah.
I love Super Freddy. Like I said, there's parts of that movie which I like. If you were to take snippets of it, it's Freddy's best kills. A few of them would be maybe from that movie, you know what I mean? And like the whole like Power Glove thing. And,
I got the power glove.
I love it. Did that happen? Did the kid fall asleep? That's a good way to just start describing any single particular Freddy kill. remember the one where the kid fell asleep?
I believe he can't get you when you're awake. I think he can. I think no. There was some point where he did get you when you were awake.
No.
He can never get you when you're awake
What about-
unless.
He was.
What happens in every Freddy movie where he gets pulled into the real world?
Yeah,
That was the only way you could do it.
What about like at the end of part one, like the first one? Remember he like comes out.
Right, Nancy grabbed them, pulled them out, and then that definitely didn't happen in any other movie. That only happened once.
Except for Freddy vs. Jason, where he still had fucking Matrix Kung Fu movies.
Yeah, right.
Hey man, just because he was pulled out of the dream world doesn't mean the guy's fucking years of MMA training didn't pay off.
All the movies taken into a whole, what would be your favorite Freddy Hill?
Well, 3. I think it was like one of the grossest things just to talk about this was when he got the guy's veins out of him, and he was like using him like the puppet master. So he had him like walking through the whole entire insane asylum, like and it was going through walls and stuff, and he was just like this, but then he just got him out by the window and just like sliced it like that. To me, it was like
really painful. I really felt
that. Yeah, I was really grossed out by that. I was like, ooh, that's really nasty.
It's almost like the same as the Johnny Depp exploding in the bed. Like
which is a good one.
I never see. I was like, how did that happen though?
Right.
Like, how did they explain that from a dream?
Why?
Like, why is he splattered all over? Like, do they wonder? Like, do the cops are like, I guess he just had a bad dream. You know, like, how did he end up on the ceiling?
It seems to work out very weird what happens to your body when he's killing you there, because just stupid things tend to happen in the real world, like in part 4, where he drags the kid who was in part 3 into his waterbed, which was clearly destroyed in the dream. When his parents find him, he's under the waterbed. Right. He's like in the water. Right. Like, the bed's perfectly
end
fine.
Up in the bed. You know,
right.
It's like, how does these?
Don't think about it too much. Favorite kill would probably be the Roach Motel from part 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
explain it to the viewers.
The weightlifter girl from part 4, who had been shown earlier in the movie to hate bugs with like a passion. Mm-hmm. While she's weightlifting, Freddy pushes down her bar, breaks her elbows, and as she's running away from him, is progressively turning into a bug. Eventually, you see her in a box where she's looking out at her room. She's stuck in some kind of glue. And she is full on turning into a roach as the glue is pulling her body off of her. Camera pans out. You see Freddy holding a Roach Motel. You can check in, but you can't check out. Crush.
Metamorphosis.
Yes.
And also some ad placement there for maybe
for Raid or like some glue Roach Motel. Yeah. It's like, man, we're really stretching on this one.
Yeah, I used to live in Jersey City. We needed those.
Well, I hear you, but guys, before we shoot this movie, we have this really cool roach killing scene. Can we get some product placement on this?
I think we can.
Can we get some? I mean, there's got to be somebody out there willing to throw us a couple bucks.
I'm going to talk to my people. They're going to talk to their people. We're going to get back to you on that.
The New Nightmare was not going to be good. With the premise behind it. But I thought that movie just was fantastic. That was fucking fantastic. Like Wes Craven triumphant return to the series.
I like how it was real life, that was such a.
Wes was in it. Wes was in it.
Everyone was in it.
It's an idea. I'm surprised hasn't been copied since then.
Right. It was so well done.
Take an established villain, put him in what would be considered the real world, but still in a movie.
Yeah.
Right. Have those people who were killed in previous movies just be there as themselves.
Right.
Robert Englund was in New Nightmare as Robert
What's
Englund.
his name? The guy from. The father from Nancy's father from the first and
John Saxon.
Yes.
John Saxon.
We proved that we don't need phones.
John Saxon.
Right.
Did you ever see Battle Beyond the Stars where his head is floating in space?
No, I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was in that movie too, talking to them, and so it's a good call about you could just totally bring back. It was an excuse to bring back people into a movie who wouldn't fit in the franchise anymore.
Any opportunity to bring back John Saxon, it's great. I'm surprised Tarantino hasn't brought back John Saxon.
Yeah, he seems like the guy that
he's next. Yeah, John.
Is he alive still though?
want to say
All
yeah.
right, I hate to. No offense to you, John Saxon.
Saxon.
Maybe watching the show.
Where are you, John
I'm gonna
Saxon?
watch
Right,
for you.
John, call me.
Come
John,
to us.
Call
My honorable mention would have been the Super Freddy kill.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I mean, just as a full scene. I mean, that is the height of someone trying to fight back.
Right.
I mean, a comic book artist who does nothing but draw superheroes turns into his superhero and tries to shoot Freddy with his super guns.
I always like when they're able to fight back.
It's a very badass scene.
It really is. It's probably one of the most well done scenes in the entire series. Like they put like probably the most work into that scene.
Yeah.
You know, to be honest, I think that it's hard to say, but out of Freddy versus Jason, there's a couple of really good ones too. Unfortunately, I have to say, even though it is a Freddy movie, Jason got most of the interesting kills in that movie.
Oh yeah, I mean, eventually we're probably going to do something like this for Jason, but yeah, I mean, that is just a brutal style of killing people.
Yes, I actually really love just the whole scene where Jason is on fire in the freaking cornfields. It was one of those cool scenes that is like, it's kind of like showing why in like all these movies the slow lumbering dude always seems to make the catch and get in front of you. No, I swear. So you didn't see this, right? But you see a top-down shot of Jason on
And
fire.
they explain why?
Walking through, yeah, essentially walking through yeah, I know that, we all do. Walking through like the cornfields, and you see the dude who he's chasing, who's injured, and he's flipping out. Not running in straight lines, right? He's running like this, like almost like zigzaggy to the point, and it's almost like Jason has an instinct, and he takes a perfect arc through the cornfield. This guy's crazy, and he gets out in front of him like this, and then he's waiting for him.
It's all math. Jason did a parabola.
Yes, right. He had an instinct.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Now quickly, before we end, the remake.
No.
Okay.
No.
Fuck that bullshit.
Fuck that bullshit.
Fuck that.
I actually like what's his name, Jackie Earl Haley.
Yeah, everyone likes him.
I like him,
but I don't like him
no.
as Freddy.
He was the kid on Bad News Bears.
Yes, he was Kelly. Kelly Leak.
Sure.
He was Kelly Leak, and he was also Rorschach.
Nope.
You can't take what they did and try to remake that with CG.
No.
It will look like shit.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, I would say that it was better than the Jason remake, just because I intend to
Here's
the
the bar to be hopped on.
Agreed.
Off
Under the
camera.
camera.
Agreed.
It's
Another bar,
Yeah.
slightly higher.
Agreed.
Still off camera.
Agreed. So let's do it on camera,
And there it is.
just to show enhance the show detail. But imagine that's on the floor.
No,
the scale would be there.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Okay, so it's like skimming.
Yeah.
Okay.
With that in mind, that's Freddy. Oh wait.
Do you remember his name?
Wait, he's an Italian guy from Brooklyn, but he doesn't have. God damn it, he was in Enter the Dragon. Oh,
Yes, he was in
Christ, I love that guy.
Yeah, okay.
Oh
Well,
my god, he was in a lot of westerns.
we will have
Wait a
to
minute,
put this in on post.
oh my god,
We'll put
I'm
this
gonna
on
have to
post.
post this in. All right,
Yeah.
I'll meditate.
We're idiots.
I heard if you do this with your eyes, you'll remember.
Classic.
They're over there. And
They're over there. I can't remember his name, but
That guy.
John